Today's podcast is different. I saw this post yesterday on TikTok. This woman said she's confident that men practice sexual activities amongst ourselves when we are drunk. A reason? Because women do it too. And I feel the need to make a content out of this. A male friendship, it lasts a lifetime. Majority of male friendship, we hardly make friends, but when we make friends with ourselves, it lasts for a lifetime when compared to a woman. And I'll tell you why. We bond with ourselves differently. To a woman, our conversation is not in-depth. But believe me, my loves, it is very, very in-depth. We know ourselves well. And we place ourselves on hierarchy. There is this strong, tiny borderline of respect that we have for ourselves. That is, if you see two men call one another friends, there's this borderline of respect that we have for ourselves. I went to a boarding school in Nigeria, and it is normal to see a man. There's nothing wrong with that man, fully naked, walking around the corridor or moving from one room to another, half naked. See a man undress, dress up. Would you believe this? Until 2015, it never crossed my mind that it is possible for a man to be sexually attracted to another man. And I'll tell you how it happened. 2014, I moved from New Jersey into Oklahoma. And where I lived was an apartment complex where, men. So you see men move, walking around from one room to another room, completely naked or half naked. We know what the private part of every man in there looks like. It means nothing. From that level, we know how to place ourselves on hierarchy level. 1. On number 2 level, every man has different body shapes and body size. When it's time to do certain things, let's say we go out, even to the level of alcohol consumption, to approaching women, we know our strengths, we know our weaknesses. Me, for example, I'm a slim dude. I don't drink alcohol heavily. I am always calculative. Majority of the time, I am placed in the leadership position. And leadership position for men is as simple as make sure everybody gets home. You're the one that will drive the car. You're the one that makes sure that, okay, this person does not wander away and just follow a clique that is not fully, it does not fully, you get me? A muscular man is not necessarily a leader. Men know this because just because you are muscular does not mean you can self-defend or you can protect other men. Your physique is different from your mind. Men know this amongst ourselves. Sex is not something we think about amongst ourselves. The problem started when we started having affairs with other women in other ethnic background or other race. And through those women, we started making friends with the men in other backgrounds like European men, Mexican men. And those women will tell us that certain men said so that if he found or he finds so man sexually attractive. And that one will blow our mind like, what do you mean by you find so man attractive? It doesn't make any sense. That means we have to cut that man off. Does that make sense? Like, majority of the conversations we have with ourselves, it starts from dissing ourselves, which is just cursing and abusing ourselves playfully, obviously, jokingly, where we laugh at ourselves, bro. Your sense of humor has to be very, very high. In the midst of laughing with ourselves, we talk about our shortcomings. We talk about our problems. From jokingly dissing with ourselves again, we give each other the solutions to the problems. From that standpoint, we talk about the future. We talk about what we are working on right now. Briefly, what we are working on, not too much. We know who is lacking. We know who is aggressively moving forward. We learn from ourselves. From that standpoint, we know who is dating who. and we share script amongst ourselves. But to women, in depth is like, it is emotional, just oh my God, all that. It is fake. For men, we don't have to cry with ourselves. As a matter of fact, you must not even cry. Come on now, what are you crying about? While we are experiencing our heartbreaks, our shortcomings, because life happens, man. To uplift our spirit, we will laugh at ourselves. You understand? Because it's possible for one of us to start acting emotional. You get me? We'll laugh at ourselves and just say, man, bro, you better pick yourself up real quick. But believe me, we love ourselves, bro. We love ourselves. We're going to die for ourselves. We're going to go to war for ourselves. We will protect ourselves. That's why majority of people in the world that are leaders, I'm talking about leaders of men, they are not the most muscular, the most obviously strong people. They are usually the skinny ones, the short ones, the ones that have pot belly, the ones that are not the good-looking one, because their mind is where their strength is. Men, we know this amongst ourselves. Stop projecting your insecurities on other people. You don't understand? You know, like, it doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't make any sense though. But I understand from the lens of a woman, it's possible for you to see your friend and say, okay, you want to. For men, we don't think like that. We don't. Even when I speak to you guys though, it doesn't even make any sense to me that you are not attracted to a woman. Are you saying you don't find the boobs of a woman attractive? Then there's something wrong with you. Because amongst ourselves, we can come, like take for example, we can place ourselves on hierarchy on levels and say, bro, you need to see the woman I'm chopping right now. You say, what? You say, do you remember that girl, that lady? You say, that one that none of us can chop. You say, yeah. See him. Now I made a chopper now. From that standpoint, that dude is on a pedestal because every one of us tried to smash her. She said no. But he did successfully and say, how did you do it? Now he's going to give us gist. From that, because men, we brag amongst ourselves differently. You understand? But to say, we can't connect on that level. If one of us is sexually attracted to another, it doesn't even make any sense. The vulnerability has to be there among ourselves. And we don't do this with all men. Come on now. We don't. That's why I said earlier, if we make friends with you, you understand, and we bond on that level in depth, and we hang out all the time, definitely you're going to be our friends for most of our lives. You guys should continue to be well. Peace out.